Welcome to Memorial Stadium and the sea of red in the heartland of Lincoln, Nebraska. An uncommon place and home to an uncommon program with a championship pedigree. The Huskers will boot it away to start the game. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Vanderbilt Commodores offense is on the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
He's got an open man. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. And the Commodores will hustle to the line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. The Commodores have a 1st down. No problem for the offense there. They just took care of business.
And you practice these situations nowadays. You know you're going to go for it on 4th most of the time. 4th and 1, you feel very confident. You're ready to rock and roll, and they get the 1st down.
Off play action on 1st down. Wiggles free. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And here's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Coming after him. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, but couldn't do it.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
A 1st down for the offense. They'll run it to the right. Bulls his way forward. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. To the ground with the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he breaks into the open. Impressive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. And the Commodores come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes a connection. The expressway is wide open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Doors!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open.
The extra point is blocked. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. Bringing it out. Slips through the line. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Grab near the sticks. It's Nelson. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Line gets set. First down. He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Allen. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Now on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the inside give. And the Huskers pick up the first down.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska has had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, or Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Quarterback checking the play. The Cornhuskers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. The offense knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 2nd and goal coming up. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on third down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Huskers!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Commodores are in the hurry-up. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. And the Commodores send out the punt unit. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Wants to throw on second down. And they can't make the connection.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Huskers line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
When you're a QB and you have enough time to take out a sandwich and finish the sandwich before you have to make a pass down the field, that's a good day at the office.
Quickly complete. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Looking for space, it's Alexander. They get him on the ground, a 6-yard run in the red zone down to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Keep it on the ground. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. He'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Splits the uprights, it's good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ranked teams having at it this week, and take a look at what's going down. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand new game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Illinois. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He wants to throw. Gonna take a shot. He's got it down the left side. Nothing but green ahead. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Nebraska. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes... offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
They're going to ride this running back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. He's got it. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they gets him down at the 37. The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent.
Give him 6. Touchdown, Vandy.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Fair catch, called for and made. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing on concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to go up top on first down. They're bringing heat. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that.
On the play.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from him. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very interesting first 2 quarters.
And the Commodores will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Quick pass on the jet motion. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Huskers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab. It's Alexander. Makes the catch and knocked down. The Commodores want to move quickly. The play action fake. Fires toward the end zone. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Nebraska, 28. Vanderbilt.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. Motion from the offense. Going up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Husker! They say there's no more loyal fan base than the one at Nebraska. Well, this guy's becoming their hero with this performance.
And Nebraska fans have a special place in their heart for a quarterback that can run it, that can throw it, show you all the dimensions of their game because they've had so many great ones in the past. And this guy, he looks like the future.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. On the move, it's Alexander. Just ran over it. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup. And the Commodores headed quickly to the line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Running back searching for a hole. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. The Commodores will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Offense, quick tempo. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Oh, what a grab by the defense. He'll try to take it back. And he returned that into reverse skate in a hurry and takes it to the 46.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Quarterback checking off. Wide out in motion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Quarterback moving. The short hands, it's going. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass down the field. Just so hard to stop as opposed to a guy that just stands in the pocket and you know exactly where he's going to be every single play.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it, they just spread me.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's cooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Hit as he throws. And the pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long, they dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1st down to start the drive after the break. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll throw it on 1st down. He makes the connection.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Now the play fake. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. He'll set up to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. Touchdown, Commodores! And here they come, almost all the way back. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Clemson is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 25 over Illinois. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
Power football with the run. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Touchdown, Nebraska! And once he got loose, it was all over. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth.
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you could see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
They'll throw it on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. It's complete. A huge pickup. And the Commodores want to crank the tempo.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. To the air on first down. Touchdown, Doors! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. Just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some win. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back and keep that momentum going.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Back to the ground game on the left. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. The give to the tailback. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Hands it off. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. He'll come out throwing on first down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something down.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Open runway ahead. He's at the 10. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offense